Gentlemen, what are we up to tonight?
Did Brian accidentally ban
Yeah, I think you might have accidentally banned me, and that's really messed up, right?
Are you running from the cops right now? What's going on, guy? Well, guys, ladies and germs. What's up, guy? Welcome in to the Husker Gutter call-in show. We are currently, in a competition battle for views right now with a college football game, college football playoff game at that. So we're going to see how this goes in terms of interaction. We'll keep this show going as long as y'all want to, but if not, then we'll see. Listen, Krager's busy watching real college football. Krager, you still showed up, okay? We'll keep this going as long as we'll see if we get any calls. We figured since it's our regularly scheduled program, we keep it rolling and see if anybody want to talk about the game or any of the new portal news that we have going on. So first off, Brian, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I do admittedly also.
I pulled the overlay off.
Oh, there you go. I also am actually watching the playoff game right now. So
yeah, doing a little bit of both.
Yeah, everyone's a little distracted.
Indiana opened with the pick six, which was first play of the game. Kind of crazy. Of course, it was D'Angelo Pons. Go figure. But this show is brought to you by FanDuel, as y'all know. So shout out to FanDuel for being a sponsor of the show. So let's go ahead and just drop the link in here, and then we'll go ahead and just kind of dive into some of the hot button issues in Husker Nation. I think Oregon just scored a touchdown, so that ties the game up. Who do you got today, by the way?
Well, I personally have Indiana. We'll pull up the FanDuel odds too.
Yeah, let's pull those up. Because the opening spread.
This is your opening line.
This was the opening line, -3.5. Okay.
Yeah. And so Indiana -3.5. The live line before that touchdown was Indiana -6.5.
So it's probably back down to 3.5.
Yeah, probably back down to 3.5. I like Indiana. I know it's hard to beat a team twice in a single season, but I still like Indiana in this game.
Yeah, I'm kind of rooting for Oregon, but I feel like Indiana is just too well coached and playing too good right now. So it'd be hard. I think a playoff watch party after we cover the Husker stuff. Well, I don't know about.
We have to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know because I'm supposed to help my wife cook after the show. So because we have a football party to do after this or tomorrow, so we're prepping everything up for that playoff party. My buddy's a Bears fan, so we're going to go to watch some of the games tomorrow. So, OLED, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you calling in, man.
Oh, not much. I haven't been on the show lately very much because I've been busy working. Overtime. That word.
Life happens, man. You got to make that money.
Yeah, the Benjamins. But
yes, sir.
Anyways, I'm curious, on why we haven't. Maybe we have, but I'm curious. Have we offered all of the Ohio State players that have entered the draft? I know there's one playing in the Oregon game right now. He's not an Ohio State player, but his name is Jay Harris. Are we not? He's a running back. Are we not offering these players, or what's going on with them?
The ones that enter the portal?
Correct. From Ohio, the ones that left from Ohio State and the ones that left from Oregon.
I thought you said draft. Well, you asking why we haven't offered them?
Or if we have, what's the reason why we're not getting them? Are we, because Jay Harris is currently playing in the Oregon game, and he said that he was in the portal, and the announcers even said he was. And he's a running back.
I can give you a few reasons why. Are you talking about running back specifically or just in general?
Well, in general, like the players that have went, from like Ohio State, and a lot, I guarantee you a lot of Ohio State's second team players, are better than probably 90% of our players, let alone college football players, probably, so.
I've got their whole portal entries pulled up, so we can go over a few of them if you'd like. But
yes, I'd be curious to hear.
Here's what I noticed when I look at this: 4-star, 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 3-star, 3-star, 5-star.
Okay.
Nebraska has not been winning enough and shown enough development to go get these guys. My opinion. It's
Okay,
unfortunate truth, but
so
these guys are all going to like Utah. They're going to South Carolina. They're going to programs who've won. I know South Carolina struggled this year, but we just can't get everybody. We've prioritized who we can. I'd like to go get this Eric Mensah, their defensive tackle that just entered the portal. That would be nice, though.
yeah, so it's not a money issue. So if we offered them, like, let's say, I know this is high, but like, let's say we offered them 5 million, would they come here? Or, I mean, and the thing is would they then just be chasing the money, or would they be coming here, because they want to play?
I think everybody in essence is in a way chasing the money. But I think it would have, like, if you're throwing 5 mil at him, it would all venture down to like, was the interest there before? I think it's just player dependent, because was the interest there before we threw the money at them, or was it there after we threw the money? And that would be your answer. But I think a lot of their players, I think a lot of the reason why players go to Ohio State is, of course, winning, and Ohio State can pay a lot of money at the same time. So I think when they leave Ohio State, they're looking for opportunities to still kind of get both of those, juggle the winning and the money. Right now, I think Nebraska would be in a position where we'd have to throw a bunch of money at Ohio State players. And I think we're looking for players right now that kind of are a little bit of a balance to where we don't have to empty our pocketbook because we have so many holes. And I think we're looking for kind of guys that we can get, again, and I don't want to say at a discount, but guys that we can get, spend money on, that want to come here, get an opportunity, but at the same time leave money and opportunity open to be able to fill the rest of the holes. I think if it was a situation where we're looking for like one or two of the guys from, if we're looking for one or two like key players, then yeah, we can go after those guys and throw, a bunch of money at them. But I think we just got so many roster holes to fill that we're trying to be a little bit more, I don't want to be a little bit more strategic, but we missed a lot early. And I think that's part of the problem as to why too we're not swinging too big, but we did miss a lot early. And so now we're trying to make up for that in the back end.
Well, I get that. The main reason I asked that is because now I'm going to shift to another college football team, but it kind of goes along the same lines. Miami paid $4 million for their quarterback, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And their quarterback helped them beat Ohio State and some other teams, okay? Well, their defense primarily did, but anyways, without him there, I mean, they paid $4 million for him. So is that the type of money we need to pay, $4 or $5 million, to get, an elite quarterback rather than, and I'm not trying to say that Calandra's bad, other than someone like Calandra. I mean, granted, yeah, he might have been at UNLV, but look at the competition. He's going to have tough, probably the best teams in the country playing against him, in the Big Ten, and it's going to be, his stats aren't going to be nearly as good as they were there.
Let me ask you a question. Do you feel like there's a quarterback in college football that could take this Nebraska team we saw last year as is and make them a college football championship team or a Big Ten championship team? I don't think there is.
No, but I do believe, though, that somebody like a Calandra, if that's what his name is, I keep butchering it, I'm sorry.
Calandra, yeah, close enough.
If he has a line that can block, like filling in our holes and stuff like that.
No, yeah. I was just saying, like in terms of just like how Miami went and spent a bunch of money at quarterback position. That's where I think the difference is Nebraska. Again, if we were quarterback away and we were secure at every other position, then yeah, we could go drop $4 or $5 million on a quarterback, bring him in like a Carson Beck. I wouldn't want a Carson Beck, but $4 or $5 million, bring a quarterback in, and then throw a bunch of money at that. But I just think like when we came into this off season, we were just kind of like we didn't look at any position and think like, yeah, that's good. Like I don't feel like I looked at one single position and felt like, yeah, we're good there, And I think that's where the issue kind of lies with that right now. Is you got so much money that you're trying to spread out, but at the same time you're getting in these bidding wars and stuff like that. Go ahead.
I agree, but we had Dylan Raiola, and there were times that there was a pocket there. All he had to do was step up.
Yeah.
Now, see,
You're not wrong.
a seasoned and or experienced quarterback will know that. Okay, and he will either do one or two things: either take off and run, or step up into the pocket to potentially, hopefully, allow the play to develop if necessary. Okay, so see, that is the difference. Primarily, okay, because there were we did have passing pockets, but it just seemed like Dylan just couldn't get there for whatever reason, sabotage or whatever you want to say. But but if you have an offensive line and they block for you, I mean, you should be able to get rid of just about almost any pass. I mean, I'd say about, if you can hold it 3 seconds, you're lucky. But if you can get rid of it within 3 seconds, you're doing pretty good. But, but yeah. And then I think, like, we've gotten a lot of important defensive players. I know there were some that supposedly came in, visited earlier today. I think they were defensive tackles and another offensive player. I can't remember who those all were.
A lot of names that came for visits. Got it all.
Oh, you do?
We did get a receiver, Quasi Gilmer.
Quasi Gilmer? Okay. Where was
from
he from?
UCLA. And he actually had a big game against us last year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He's that guy. I was going to say, he's that guy that. Nebraska. Yeah, he was that guy that, pretty much shredded the defense. Like shredded cheese. But so who were the other guys that came and visited? There were 3 defensive tackles that came. I think.
Just one thing to your point. There with the Raiola stuff with him, kind of the problem is, there were a lot of sacks that he took where he's just holding the ball too long, way too many, right? And he did hold the ball way too long in a lot of cases. I think sometimes trying to make too much happen. Indiana just scored, I think.
Beautiful run. Holy smokes.
Trying to make too much happen, or just not being smart with his pocket presence and awareness at the same time too. And so I think in a way, like, having a guy who's a little bit more aware in the pocket would have helped Nebraska to a certain extent. But I feel like there was a lot of issues with lack of separation from the wide receivers as well. So it was more than just that kind of rearing its ugly head. But anyways, sorry, back to the portal stuff.
But no, and I want to say something.
Yeah, you're good.
The receivers we had, why could we not get space?
Myriad of reasons, but a lot of times it was not only the quarterback, but a lot of times just not winning their one-on-ones on their routes.
Okay. So is that coaching? Is that laziness? Is it effort?
Could be a combination of 3.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I don't want to,
I'll say there's no definitive like black and white with anything in football,
because some routes it's lack of effort. Some things it could be coaching. I'm not in the rooms to know, because I don't. From what I know of DeKel Shorts, he's an excellent coach. But it could be, it could be a number of things. It's all player dependent. Certain reps, some players may not. If you go out of there 1 rep and you half-ass it, that's the difference between a completion and an incompletion. So it's a lot of nuanced stuff. I did see a lot of effort issues from the wide receivers, but not near as many as I saw last year. I did see an increase in kind of the overall effort of the receivers this year. But it's just a matter of a lot of things weren't gelling, I think. And I think that's why I think the finger could be pointed to multiple things, or just our offensive system wasn't working because, our quarterback, issues, but not only that, our route running issues. So it depends on the rep, what the issue was. But I think that's the problem, was there were so many different things that would pop up from time to time that, like, a quarterback isn't, just a quarterback who has awareness of the pocket and stuff like that isn't enough alone to fix it. But I do get your point.
Yeah, and I want to say this. I know this is a football show, but how about the undefeated men's?
Oh, we talk about that.
Awesome, man.
This is an everything show. This is a Nebraska show.
Yeah, that's right. Totally awesome. They're 15-0 in the first time since 1966 or something like that. 65,
65, 66 season.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's like, man, I hope they keep it up.
Not only that, with some good wins along the way.
Oh yeah, they had a quality one against Michigan State
and Ohio State.
But anyways, that's true. Well, I'm going to let you gentlemen go, and I'm going to listen to
Did you want to talk about the portal a little bit? I'm sorry, I kind of stepped over you with that. But
well,
I've got all of our visitors on my sheet here, so just ask me whatever player you're questioning about.
Yeah, well, why don't you tell me about the ones that you have that have visited? Because I just know the 3 defensive tackles that supposedly visited today.
So, well, one was supposed to visit today, and he committed to Georgia Tech, but that actually, I think, isn't really a big deal because Nebraska is actually bringing in a different defensive tackle who's a little bit younger. The guy's name was I'm going to say a curse word if I try and pronounce his name, but he's a defensive tackle at Colorado. He's got 1 year of eligibility left. He ended up committing to Georgia Tech today, so I'm not worried about it. But Nebraska locked in a visit with Pitt defensive tackle Jashir Whittington, little undersized, 6'2", 6'3", about 280 to 290 pounds. He's got 2 years of eligibility, 3 if you count a red shirt. Played in 16 games at Pitt. He had a pretty solid PFF score at 70 exactly on the dot for the 2025 season. From a production standpoint, he only had 12 tackles, but in the limited action he got, which was about 250 to 300 snaps this year, he got 14 pressures, he got 4 TFLs, he got 1 sack, he had 9 QB hurries. So there is pretty decent production and minimal reps. Nebraska also has a JUCO defensive tackle coming in, and there's potential that he has a coach that might be coming with him. That's Iowa Western Community College defensive tackle. I don't know how to say his last name. I'm just going to call him Andy, but it looks like it's pronounced Burbuja, something like that.
I like how you pronounced the J and I had it silent.
I don't know.
Burbuja.
He's one of the top junior college defensive linemen in the entire JUCO ranks. Good size, 6'3", 295. He was originally signed with K-State, and then after that coaching change, he was released from his national letter of intent. He just got back from Clemson today. He's visiting Nebraska tomorrow. Michigan State's pushing. He's from the Detroit area, so that'll be a little bit of a pull to go back home. Penn State is also pushing. Texas Tech actually had him in on an official visit, but they got 2 guys from the portal, so they're obviously not going to really be recruiting him too much. And then Auburn, trying to get him in for a visit, would not bank on it. To me, it's probably a Clemson, Michigan State, Nebraska battle between those 3 for him. He's the top JUCO lineman. Had like 13.5 sacks this past season, almost 20 tackles for loss. Total tackles was insane. I don't have the number. I think I read somewhere in the 60 to 70 range. And then the other one is a 2026 high school recruit that's here. He just arrived a couple of hours ago. That's 4-star top 200 recruit Dylan Behrman. He's a big mammoth of a human being. We talked about him probably like a month or not even a month ago, actually.
It wasn't. Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, but he's freaking huge. Committed to Texas, decommitted. LSU's trying to keep him home. That doesn't seem to be working. It's really a Nebraska-Kentucky battle. He's going to visit Kentucky after Nebraska. I like our chances here right now. I think Nebraska's need outweighs what Kentucky's need is, probably just because we are not getting a lot of portal guys at defensive tackle, so we're probably willing to spend more for a high school recruit, which unfortunately sucks, but he's like 6'3", 340.
Yeah, you're probably right that 2026 high school guy is probably the best one to get. Probably.
We'll use that money we saved on a quarterback that went to Kentucky to steal him away from Kentucky.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I would.
You mean
if you told me
the one
only
that
get
said
2 of these guys?
The one that said no tamper or no contact, and then basically violated rules of the transfer portal.
Quarterback we had for less than 24 hours.
Minchie.
Yeah.
He said no contact, and then violates the rules of the transfer portal, or somebody
his own
did.
agreement.
His own.
Yeah.
Do not contact me.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. I got to take this call real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
But if you were, you asked me what 2 players of these 3D tackles would you take? I'd probably take the 2 guys with college experience.
Yeah. You would.
Tyson Terry and Stimson on the bench right now. They're both redshirt freshmen. They're both over 310 pounds. They were both composite 4 stars or consensus 4 stars. They're both top 200 guys. I want the
JUCO,
experience.
so the
Who've done it.
JUCO and the first guy, the JUCO and the first guy.
Yeah, Jashir Whittington. They've done it at the collegiate
Yeah.
level. There's a lot
Yeah.
of risk
Yeah.
with taking a high school kid and
Yeah.
banking
Well,
on
I
him
just thought
being
maybe
good.
Rule wanted to, develop, so taking that high school person, he would develop because I think he's still about developing some of the talent.
We're going into year 4. We need some impact players, right?
I know that.
We need stuff now.
Well, I know, because I could say,
Like
I could say
J.G.
this.
Whitworth.
I could say this, but this doesn't hold any weight. How did Indiana do it? I mean, did they get all transfer players? I mean, come on. I mean, how did they do it? Obviously, it can be done.
They brought their whole JMU roster over.
I want to tell you, 12 players came with Kurt Signetti from JMU and his entire staff.
Okay, so did Mendoza come with them, or that quarterback? Did their
he had he got a 7th year. What he did was he got a 7th year quarterback. That
his
fit.
Average age of his roster is over 23 years old.
Yeah. Why am I drawing a blank? His quarterback last year was on his seventh year. No, it wasn't.
Oh, the Ohio kid.
Oh my God. Why am I drawing a blank on their name? Their quarterback's name last year.
Curtis Rourke.
Curtis Rourke. Yeah, that was it. He was a 7th year quarterback, so he went experience at the quarterback position, and then went guys. He brought 12 or 13 guys with him from James Madison that produced, and that would come over and be able to quickly flip that around. Now, pointing at Indiana, though, this is the problem when a school does this. Is just like it's like when
everyone's chasing it.
When UCF did it, it's like, yeah, that happened once. Why can't we do that? But it's like, yeah, that's happened how many times in the history of history? It doesn't happen a lot, and it takes a lot of luck and a really good person at the helm to make that happen. That Matt Rule, that's not his style. Like if Matt Rule was a guy who came in and knew the portal and was a guy who flipped teams with the portals and stuff like that, like in a couple years, but he's a builder, so that his ability to come in there and just be able to flip a program like that with the transfer portal, like I feel like he's still learning the transfer portal as he makes mistakes through it. And so that's a problem. I feel like Signetti was just the perfect person, that lightning rod of a coach, and had the perfect situation where he was coming from a team that was already winning, James Madison, and was able to bring that with him. Whereas Matt, of course, NFL is a little different. And then it just to be able to point to that and say, like, they're doing that, why can't we do that? That's one squad of how many coaches have come on and not been able to do that. Like, it's just an outlier to be able to look at that.
Well, that's true. It is an outlier,
Mm-hmm.
and I realize Rules in year 4, but I will say we have a very tough schedule this coming year, and unless I see, like some sort of, how do I want to say it, drastic changes, I don't anticipate us winning at least 3 that I'm going to mention early on, and I'm safe to say these 3: Indiana, Oregon, Ohio State.
Oh, I agree. I think we're all right there with you.
And so, am I saying that they're better than us? Probably talent wise.
Yes.
Probably. Presently.
Yeah, they are.
Presently coaching wise. Presently,
they are.
And I'm not ashamed to say that. But I mean, hopefully we're able to make the gains on them that are necessary to make us better than them. But anyways, gentlemen, I'm going to let you go and let you complete the show, because I too am going to go watch the college football playoff. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm going for Oregon.
I am.
Just so it'll knock Signetti down a level, and he'll put him in his place.
I'm with you.
I love Signetti.
No.
All right.
I respect it, but I don't like it. Later, brother. All right. So let's see here.
Thank you for calling in, Bone.
Yeah, Dion showed you what trying to flip a team in the transfer portal can also, how it can backfire. Can't call him at work. Still mad we don't have a dang D-line coach. Seeing a lot of reports there'll be Iowa Western's D-line coach. You want to give an update on that?
Yeah, Aaron Terry is the Iowa Western defensive line coach. He has been there for 10 years. Sorry, I'm pulling up his profile real quick.
Oh, you're good.
I know a lot of his information, but I don't know it off the rip. I know he's been there for 9 years. He's put 51 players to the Division I ranks. In fact, do you care if I share my screen real quick?
No, go ahead.
I will just pull up his profile for everybody. Let's see. Yeah. So he's a pretty dang good coach. His last name should sound familiar because he's actually the uncle of Tyson Terry, Nebraska's defensive tackle. In fact, you can see their hometown is Omaha, from Omaha North. Played at Northwest Missouri State, went to Nebraska Kearney. There's a little resume there for you. It doesn't show all of his accolades, but that's the guy we're talking about. That's the main guy. That's why we're seeing this potential commitment from his defensive tackle that's visiting this week. So there is some steam there, certainly. I wouldn't be mad at it because he's shown an ability to develop no stars into really good Division I linemen. He's got 7 guys playing professionally. He's got 2 guys that were all conference. One of them in the ACC. The other one, I believe, is the Big 12, all conference defensive tackles. From a recruiting standpoint, for the people that think you have to live and die by recruiting Omaha, which I don't agree with by any stretch of the imagination, that would allow you to get into Omaha a little bit better with more consistency. My one concern, or my handful of concerns, is what does he do at this level? That is going from JUCO to Nebraska is a whole different world. I don't know how you make that adjustment. And the other one is Miami of Ohio defensive line coach. What did I say? I texted you his name. It's Aaron something.
Double check.
That's the other one that is interviewing this week, or has already interviewed. It's Corey Brown. Sorry, I don't know where I got Aaron from.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Corey Brown.
So I'm not going to sit here and talk to you guys like, oh, yeah, I know everything there is to know about Corey Brown. I do know Miami, Ohio led or was 13th nationally in average sacks per game. So that's cool.
Yep.
His best defensive lineman just transferred over to Texas Tech. But this is
it's a good sign.
Disaster.
That is a good sign.
Like in terms of like the hiring process, it's been over a month.
Right.
Both these guys could have been interviewed and hired before the bowl game, or like January 1st, January 2nd, when that portal opened, and they have dicked around. That's how I'm going to put it.
Yeah.
And they've not addressed it like it's the priority that it is.
No, and I still feel like they've still been dragging on it. And that's my big concern is like, I don't have, we don't have our D line built, but I just don't have a lot of confidence in it going into next year, just because we needed a strong start to the offseason in that D line room. Like, we needed an impact hire. Like, we needed somebody who was going to come in and get a lot and a shot in the arm to that room, And right now, I feel like we're just kind of limping across the finish line. No matter who we get, we're just kind of limping there. And in turn, I think we're a day late and a dollar short on everything D-line room. And I think it's going to set us back another year where we're going to have a struggling D-line next year. And then we're going to have to fix that in the portal. And I think it's the most frustrating thing is we had the ability to be able to go out there and attack it. We knew for 2 off seasons.
What's even more frustrating is you look at who they're bringing in through the portal, like for visits. And if the coaches are telling them, hey, these are the coaches we're looking at, it's going to be one of them. And then those guys are choosing to visit elsewhere and commit elsewhere. What does that tell you about their belief in that hire? And I'm not going to sit here and say Aaron Terry's a great hire. He's the best hire. I'm not going to say he's a horrible hire. I'm not going to say Corey Brown's a great hire. Or he's a horrible hire. But when this was clearly your biggest need, and you're getting the visits, you've had 3 or 4 defensive tackles visits. Your biggest defensive tackle in the high school ranks is on campus right now, and he doesn't have a position coach that's going to be his coach next season.
Yep. It's hard to sell a vision like that.
Yeah. So how can we get him over Kentucky at this point?
Yep. I'm echoing. Can you back up? Come back up. We've reached that point. Mike, I like the idea of Terry for D-line coach. Oh, that was Mike. I heard the little bloop that popped when you popped in. It was or when you were supposed to pop in. It was Mike. I was like, damn, you popped in quick. Mike popped in when you popped out. What's going on, man?
Hey guys, I can't talk while I'm at work and I don't have any customers. So if one comes in, I'm gonna have to hang up. But
no worries, kick him out.
But you guys are talking about D-line coach, and man, I'm telling you guys, I've said it once. I'm gonna say it another 100 times. It's same song and dance. We're left with the scraps. For some reason, whatever reason that is, it does not seem to be a priority, and it's concerning. You're not going to win. You're not going to win many games if you don't build in the trenches.
It's going to cost him his job.
It is absolutely. It is 100%. You know, at this point, I don't even care if they go and get the most elite D2 players. You know, the James Madison players that they can. Bring somebody in that's proven. Like the Iowa Western kid gave up 0 sacks last year. Bring him in.
Yep.
What are we going after this Colorado guy for that shouldn't have even been starting for Colorado, they say? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I'm with you.
They've actually brought in 3 defensive tackles who were coming off season-ending injuries, which is mind-boggling.
Like, there was a Wisconsin defensive lineman that went in the portal. Was it yesterday or whatever? We need to be offering him. I mean, he's got Big Ten experience. So
yeah, again.
That's my rant. So
no, yeah, I just think it seems kind of like what I mentioned like last week, where it's just like feel like Matt Rule just needs to really figure out how to navigate this portal and do it quick. Because I just think, and he was out of the game for a while, didn't have, experience with the portal, has to come back and has to figure this out. And I feel like he had a lot of confidence in it and stuff like that. And I think he's realizing that, like, as he's learning it, it's changing more and more and more. And so I think he's just kind of, it's one of those things where he's learning on the fly and learning through some tough lessons.
He even said during his press conference when he was hired that you have to build from the trenches out. And then earlier this year, he said that we have all the money we need. So what's the issue?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jason Peter made a good point. Now, I know a lot of people don't like listening to former players. That's, everybody's choice. Jason Peter made a good point this year. Until this team proves something, stop making the hype videos. Stop going, out and posting on social media that you're a somebody until you've proved that you're a somebody. Like,
got to get engagement somehow.
I
get
it.
I'm kidding. No,
I get it, but even Matt Rule himself says that respect is earned. So
no, I get it. Yeah, 100%. I'm with you. It's one of those things where it's just like, it stops selling us wolf tickets. Like, get us a team.
All right. Well, I got customers coming in, so I'm gonna let you go, but I'll listen to you guys.
Tell them bye. No,
all right. Later, guys.
I got to figure out my mic works. I don't know. He's serving customers over there.
He works at a gas station as like part-time.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Because he's retired, I think. I don't know. I remember something about that.
He retired. He's got too much time. Huh?
Getting spammed in the comments. I got it.
Okay. Let's see. Don't actually accidentally ban anybody.
Don't ban Pit Snipe again.
Yeah. Let's see. Where am I at? Mike, hello. We are missing out on too many players. Yes, we are. I heard it on one of the shows that we're missing out on too many players. Oh, we 100% are. Great day, fellas. What's going on, Rashawn? Appreciate you hopping in here, sir. Andrew, appreciate you hopping in here. What's up, Pit Snipe? We all like a splash hire for DL line coach, but better a JUCO coach that must teach technique and fundamentals as opposed to another NFL guy that doesn't. Yeah, not a lot of luck with the NFL guys so far. That's for sure.
But if it is an NFL guy, why haven't they announced it? Because they had already announced Terry Braden at this point last year.
Though I really like Dylan and his upside potential, I have to admit, after watching some film on our new QB as of right now, I think he's better than Dylan. It's also fun to watch. 2 different quarterbacks. I think he's a better fit for what we need, for sure. And I think he's got a little bit more juice to him than Raiola. But yeah, so I feel like he's kind of going to be an electric part of this offense, and I feel like Nebraska needed some kind of electricity to this offense, and especially at that position. But yeah, I feel like he's a much better fit, better quarterback. I don't know, better fit. Yes,
they're hammering this offensive line though. They cut some dudes, and now they're trying to reload with some guys that actually have proved something at the Power 4 level.
Good.
That's going to be good for Calandria.
Yes. I'm excited because it'll be nice for like when we have a dual threat quarterback. People think dual threat quarterback, yeah, who needs a line, but it's like you want him to still operate within structure. So you want when we are moving the pocket, you want it to be within structure, not scramble drill. Kyler Murray on the Arizona Cardinals out here.
Well, he is very good at doing that, though.
He is.
You don't want to have to.
You don't want to have to. Yeah. That Charmar Brown commitment post, Nebraska's like going over our fan base shuts up about we need a portal running back. Charmar Brown would be a fun get.
He looked good last night.
But yeah. We ain't had much luck with uncles lately. Despite that, I still like him. It's OCAM. There's no other explanation. If it's those two, would have been signed. Again, like you mentioned, if it was OCAM, it might too, because
OCAM been signed, yeah.
Terry Braden got
Michigan hired the Chiefs D-line coach. The main D-line coach of the Chiefs has already left for Michigan.
Indiana just recovered the ball at the 2-yard line. It's crazy.
What? I just watched them punt it, and now they got the ball back? They fumbled it?
I guess. I just kind of saw them recovering it. Wild. Let's see if it. Oh my God! He hit the ball at his own player.
Oh my gosh! Dante Moore's tanking so he can come back.
Holy Pitt, what's going on, man?
What's up, Pitt?
What's happening, fellas? How am I coming through tonight?
Going great, man. Did you see Oregon just fumble the ball on his own player?
I'm clicking over to watch it right now.
Oregon just went to throw the ball, and he hit his running back on when he was coming back with his arm. It hit his running back, and he fumbled. What a ridiculous way to fumble, dude.
Dang it. There it is.
He's tanking.
Crazy.
What's putting shame on my last name, low key, and I'm not happy about it.
It's not good. What's up, man?
I don't know nothing. You guys are keeping me informed every day. I just thought I'd call in and say hi.
Hey, we appreciate that, man. Thank you. Sometimes we just need somebody to just come and ask us how we're doing. Tell us hi,
How are you feeling, Jared? Justin?
Sometimes we just need a hug,
You need a hug?
So, who you got in this game?
Indiana.
Well, who did you have before this game started? Before it was 21-7.
Indiana.
Okay. All right.
I told my boss, bet the mortgage on Indiana, and then I yelled at him. I go, on FanDuel.
I wanted Oregon to win, but I thought Indiana was going to win.
Yeah.
I think they're a well-oiled machine right now.
Oh,
coming down the tracks to just derail Miami in the worst way possible.
Yeah, Cignetti gets his teams up to play, man, and I just couldn't bet against him. I just couldn't do it.
No, I don't even like the guy, but yeah. One thing he does is he rallies the troops, man. Like them guys play.
Touchdown, Indiana.
Touchdown, yep.
You bet.
21-7.
Who did he get out of the portal for quarterback?
Who
did we
No, Cignetti at Indiana.
Hoover from TCU. Kid's good. Probably won a Heisman.
Dang it.
He'll turn him in. Yeah. He'll turn him in.
He's like ranked as like the 15th best quarterback in the portal. And Indiana got him on like day 0. That's how good he probably is, because they're turning and burning right now with QBs 2 years in a row.
Yep. Just players in general. Like they're just they got a good identifier of talent right there with Sig.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt there. I got to say, I really like Indiana's helmets.
I mean,
Their uniforms are really clean.
For like a school that I've never really thought of as like, I think it's the matte. Like when they went to those matte uniforms, those matte helmets. I mean, that was what they needed for sure.
Absolutely, they had like the most bland uniform in college football, and the matte helmets really do it.
Yeah, I agree. Underrated. Indiana's got an underrated uniform for sure.
And to contrast that, I really loved Ole Miss's uniforms, and they're wearing.
Ole Miss has got
the baby
always
blues
had,
are beautiful.
Yeah, they've always had like A++ uniforms though with those baby blues.
Oh yeah, and they're wearing the shiny helmets though. It's like ping pong ball polished helmets, just in that beautiful blue. God dang it! You guys, I'm sure watched that last night. That was just disgusting. That final play.
Yeah,
the fact that I know you don't like calling penalties in the last play game, but
come
that
on.
was so egregious.
You can't.
Dude, he literally got tackled.
He like grabbed he's like, you're coming down to the ground. Like, you got to give him a chance. Like, I get hand fighting, but that was like, get over here.
Get
Like
Mortal
Kombat level.
They're like, he had his left around his collar and his right hand yanking on the back of his shirt. I mean, the referee was looking right at it as his name got dragged into his armpit.
Shout out to the Ole Miss coach for like being like the bigger person and being like, yeah, contact happens on every play. You know, there was other plays that I would have been like, what are we doing here?
I've been freaking out.
Yeah.
Bo Pelini-esque after the Big 12 championship.
Here?
Oh, Bo would have killed somebody.
Oh, without a doubt.
Probably.
Man, hats off to Ole Miss. Man, those guys are a great ball club, and they just every bit of mess that could hit them that is not their fault, it did. And still, they should have won that game.
Yep. And now their
quarterback
got if the hits didn't keep coming, their quarterback Trinidad Chambliss got denied for a 6-year of eligibility.
Yeah.
So
the day after, but Miami dropped 4 interceptions. We forget that.
Yeah.
And Ole Miss scored 13 of their what? Would they end up with 20 points? 20 24. It was 24. So 13 of their 24 points were on field goals and a PAT.
Oh, 27.
Their first red zone attempt or first red zone play came with about 8 to 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were getting dominated.
They were.
The score didn't indicate it because Miami dropped 4 interceptions, but Ole Miss was getting dominated.
Yeah, I mean, true.
But still, I was rooting for Ole Miss.
They still played a hell of a ball game, and yeah, they've just had to deal with a heck of a lot of mess down there. Any thoughts on or word on who's leading their coaching search, or who's going to be? I can't speak tonight. Who's at the top of their coaching list?
Pete Golding. They hired him.
Yeah, Golding.
30 seconds.
Remind me where he comes from.
He was their defensive coordinator. They hired when Lane left. They hired him immediately.
Yep,
that's right.
I like him a lot.
Good. If if they got something going on there, if he can keep it going, I mean, go for it. Hell yeah.
For sure.
He's a good DC. I mean, Prince Umanmielen led them in sacks this year with 9, and he could barely get a snap at Nebraska his last year.
True.
You know what sucks about watching that game, though? Prince Umanmielen, Husker. Quan Lacey was a Husker.
Was a Husker, yeah.
Shamar Brown, Husker. And they're all not here.
They all made plays, too. You heard their names called, too. Not only are they just on the roster, they're making plays out there. That's rough.
Yeah. Well, Braden last year, not many of us were complaining about it when he was hired, but I know he was dealt a rough hand with smaller guys on the line, but we all know he just didn't get her done.
Yeah, and There were questions about him. Like, it was just one of those things where it's like we couldn't really knock him because we just didn't know. He was an NFL guy. We didn't know how he could recruit. He was the was he the assistant D-line coach over there? So he wasn't even the main D-line coach. There were a lot of questions. Like, you knew he had a history of like working with some high-level guys, and the D-line player there was excellent, and he was a part of that. It's just like, how much was he a part of? How was he going to transition over to the recruiting side of things? Or, some guys are just not built for
damn near pulled Valdenson.
He did.
Dang near did it. I'll give him credit. I think him and Butler were set up for failure.
I agree. Especially with Butler. I don't like with Butler. I feel like Butler would have been successful. Braden, I still don't know, but I feel like he was dealt I feel like he was put in a position to where it was going to be very hard for him to be successful, for sure.
Yes. By the way, per FanDuel, the live spread, Indiana is now favored 14.5.
Jesus.
The spread has gone up 11 points in a quarter and a half.
And now Oregon just got
the spread,
so it's fourth and forever for Oregon now. This is getting crazy.
Yeah.
Getting ugly quick.
Oh, yeah. Since you brought it up, congrats on the sponsorship, fellas.
Hey, appreciate that.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Been a long time coming.
Yeah, you've been at this for a minute, bro.
Yeah, I have. Nice to get some reward out of it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, the reward is coming on here talking to you. Honestly, we enjoy it. So,
hey, man, I remember watching the show when I was the only one over there in the gutter.
Let's go. Shout out to you,
man.
We need
to get out to the graphic for this show that says like comments in the gutter or something to kind of memorialize the comment section being the gutter.
Yeah. Pop it up on the screen somehow. I don't know. I don't want y'all's comments up on our screen for sure. We let you call in, Pit Snipe.
I'm not the graphics guy.
No, I am.
That's just
I'm the graphics guy for the whole network. Well, I was. Then I passed it off, but
yeah. Don't mean to be distracted, but I think I'm watching the ball game same as y'all are.
Oh, you're good.
I've got it on below me right now.
Yeah, I got it on.
I can keep looking down.
So,
all right, we're heading into commercial now, so I can pay attention. Say something interesting, Justin. God dang.
Something interesting. God dang. That better?
Attaboy.
All right, appreciate it. Yeah, I follow instructions well. Anything else, Pit Snipe?
Nope, I don't know nothing. Glad we all made it through the holidays. Hope everyone had a good one and enjoy this playoff.
Happy New Year, brother. Appreciate you calling in as always, man.
All right, you fellas take care now.
All right, brother. Be easy, man.
See you, Pit.
Bye.
Always a good time talking to Pit, man. Well, if it's Terry, he won't be alone. He'll have Roy Manning on the edge, guys. I can't believe he's entirely clueless about the interior.
Can I ask you a question about this coaching search? Just your opinion.
Yes.
Most defenses have a defensive line coach.
Yeah.
Nebraska has an edge coach and a defensive tackles coach. Essentially is how it's going. Is that impacting their ability to hire a coach because he's only coaching defensive tackles? In your opinion?
I don't think so. Could be wrong, but if you have the ability to come in and get paid a D-line coach salary and just coach defensive tackles, I think you take that.
I think you'd like a smaller room for equal or greater pay with the same responsibility.
Yeah, I think it depends on the person too, because at the same time, you do have sometimes people who want full control over what they're running and the operation they're running, so they can get full credit for it too.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the person. I think there's some people who would welcome that opportunity and be like, cool, perfect. I think there's others that's like, no, I want to take on more of a role. So I think it depends. Well, they can't talk to the guy that's going to be their coach, so it makes sense. Would you rather have a dominant O-line or D-line?
A dominant defensive line.
I think O-line. It depends on if it's one's dominant and the other's terrible. Or can the other side be good?
Depends on how far on that spectrum you go between great and really terrible.
Yeah, But
like if it's like 2009 defensive line, I'm cool with that. That helped us get to 10 wins.
You can make up for a non-dominant defensive line, but a dominant O-line makes you unstoppable. You know,
you could pretty much run it at will.
Because you can have a dominant defensive line and be terrible on the back end, but if you have a dominant offensive line, like your offense is going to be good.
I guess I'm old in the sense of like, I want a defense that's going to shut people down.
No, trust me, I agree. I got a team right now in the Texans with a terrible offensive line and a dominant defensive line. So,
well, maybe we'll get their defensive line coach.
Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll stop talking about that. Leave my coach alone. I think there's a lot of confidence in Mekhi. There 100% is, especially off of that bowl game. Whatever's left over will determine the price Nebraska's willing to spend on the running back room. At this point, just go ask Sue to coach the line. No.
He's already said he's not even remotely interested in coaching.
Yeah. I like Jason Peter because he doesn't give the watered down company line. I appreciate that. I do respect that. I think D-line over O-line. Our O-line was good enough we could score, but the key for me is preventing the other team from scoring. Again, I think if you have a dominant defensive line, I still think you can suck defensively. I think it's hard to suck if you have a really dominant offensive line. It's hard to suck on offense. You can suck. Like if you got a bad back end, a D-line is not going to save you. But an offensive line will save an offense, if that makes sense. Like it's hard to be bad with a dominant O-line. Let's look at Iowa. It's the number StreamYard link. If you want to click on that link there.
So geez, last time you called in.
Nebraska was pretty good with Dylan. Yet got boat raced just about every game after his injury. A lot goes into that because you got a quarterback that you're dropping down to with zero experience coming in at a point where you're basically faltering down. You know, you're basically limping across the finish line as with Dylan was. We were still struggling, and then you got to bring in a guy who you got to change your complete offensive style up on. Did he catch that? No way. This is over.
It's an absolute dime.
This is over. There's no
28-7.
Unbelievable.
They are so good. I told my boss today because he's a Notre Dame fan.
They are a wagon, dude.
And he's like, I don't watch much Big Ten football. And I said, I do. And I think Indiana is one of the best teams in the last 30 years.
They are a wagon.
They are. They're unfreaking believable.
That's crazy.
The spread just went up. Oh my gosh. They're now favored by 20.5 points on FanDuel.
7. Oregon's gonna Oregon, you know? Yeah. I mean, you got a good point, but like again, I got distracted by the game. Sorry. TJ just wasn't in a position to be able to, he just didn't have the experience, as we saw. It doesn't mean that like Dylan was. I'm not saying Dylan was bad. That doesn't mean Dylan was like that much better. Just he's that much more experienced. I do think he's a better quarterback now. So he's 5-star or 4-star. But Justice Hayes in the portal. Catch y'all later. Rotten Kid on the phone. Take care. I appreciate you, Pit Snipe. Throw the bones and hit the like button. Yeah, drop a like on the stream, man. If y'all are in here, appreciate it. It really helps us out. I hate Oregon. I'm not really either way about them. I don't really dislike them. I don't really love them. It's kind of one of those teams I'm really indifferent on. They're just kind of here. I don't mind Oregon. We'll say that.
Indiana's doing this with a bunch of no-name guys.
It's crazy.
This is like, I want people, you can not like Kurt, you can not like Signetti or whatever.
He has my respect.
But guys, you're witnessing something that we'll never see for another 100 years of college football.
I mean, this is we've already seen Scott Frost do this. Okay, relax. All right. Scott Frost won a national championship at UCF in 2 years. Okay. They had a parade. All right. They had a damn parade. It means it counts. I would love to have some drinks with Signetti. I feel like Signetti would be the most boring. I feel like that's having to go drink with Jim Harbaugh.
What kind of drink do you think he has?
Signetti?
Yeah.
Whiskey.
I was going to say scotch and a cigar.
Yeah. Yeah.
He seems like he's ripping a fat cigar with I could just envision him holding it like that.
He's one of those guys. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I also think a dominant O-line can help Indiana's smaller D-line who plays one gap. If we run it back with the guys, we should take a page from the playbook. We should take a lot from Indiana. Rule would walk by Kurt and have drinks with Satterfield. Indiana, no player above 3-star on defense. Crazy work. Jesus Christ is King.
Yeah, so all those people in the comments in the commitment videos, where's the 4 and 5 stars? You don't need 4 and 5 stars. You need guys that have production. By the way, Oregon just fumbled. And oh my gosh, did Indiana recover it?
This is over. I mean, it was already over.
This is freaking insane.
This is a lot of like Oregon just completely self-destructing at the same time.
Oh, they are.
The spread on this game
was -3.5.
His arm got hit on the way back again, dude. The spread on the Miami game is going to be like 10 points. Sorry. This is crazy.
Well,
Oregon's getting run out of the stadium.
FanDuel -25.5 right now for Indiana.
I'm 44, grew up as a Husker fan in Indiana. Never could I thought it'd even be possible. It is kind of wild to think about, though. Like, we're watching Indiana talking about how they're going to be 10-point favorites going to the national championship game. Like, just think about that.
You know what's crazier? Think about this conversation me and you having this 7-8 years ago, and say, hey, in 2026, you're going to watch Indiana play for the national championship. And Nebraska basketball is going to go into Indiana as a 3.5-point favorite. They're 15-0, and they're projected as a 2 seed in basketball. And I'd be like, that's completely unbelievable.
Yeah, would have never thought that in a million years. Quote from Jeep Wade: I'm going to recruit guys that want to be in Nebraska and guys that know about our history and want to help us get back there. If we want a guy, we'll go get him. I like that. I love Jeep Wade. Yeah. I'd like to have some.
They've got a big tackle that they're in on for 2027. Just dropped his top group. He's a 5-star. Another one.
I would drink with Jeep Wade for sure. He'd be a chill, casual guy to hang out with, but he's got some good stories. You could tell.
I feel like he's the kind of guy that like sits outside with like a big ass smoker grilling smoking a brisket and just ripping bush lights.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's a guy that like is a casual hangout for sure. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Just go out there and just shoot the crap with, Nebraska basketball 15-0, Indiana playing for Natty. When I missed the timeline change, what dimension is this? We're right there with you, brother. All right, so we ain't getting no more call-ins. Anything else, Brian, before we go ahead and wrap this show up and watch the rest of this, what's left of this game?
No, man, this is wild. So
it's a debacle.
Looking forward to talking to everybody on Tuesday. We'll see how this big weekend goes. Nebraska's got like 8 visitors in this weekend for round 2.
Sir. I'm sure you guys already covered. We got a D tackle that's 6 foot 270. I asked, did we learn nothing in 2025?
We got a defensive tackle commitment during the show, and I didn't know about it. Is that what you're saying?
We got a D tackle that's 6. I think maybe visiting.
Well,
is that what he's talking about?
Well, if they're visiting, yeah, who cares? But Nebraska's not. Hey, Rashawn, I'm dropping the link. You just got to click on it if you want to call in. I know we're kind of wrapping up, but it's up to you. But Nebraska doesn't have a single defensive lineman that's below 6 foot.
I have a 13.5-point teaser for Indiana to cover. Should make some coin tonight. Good call it. Remember, there won't be any movement Monday to Wednesday. Pit D tackle. Yeah.
He's 6'3", 280.
I was like 6 feet. Remind me Frank Signetti Jr.'s email address.
He's also
talking about
the
Western Community College guy with proven production.
Yeah, he's a good defensive tackle.
What happens to Dylan if Moore stays?
He's going to Miami. Don't worry about it.
He's going somewhere else. For sure. Yeah, you going to Miami. Gridiron Bears. I'm actually watching the Bears playoff game tomorrow with a buddy who's a Bears fan. So don't understand why we're targeting undersized linemen. We got dominated and trenches all to hey, he's fat. to be fat.
Ask Indiana about their 6'2", 280-pound defensive tackles.
No, but he's right. He is right. We need some size.
Yeah, we do.
Right there. I can't find the Indiana University on the Pennsylvania website. What happens if Dylan? Oh, I already read that one. All right, guys. We appreciate it. Everybody tuning in. We can get more calls here. Rashawn, if you're on here, I will reach out to you. And we'll try to see if we can get you on the show this coming week. Tuesday or Friday. Let us know. I'll reach out and you can let us know which one you want to hop on. So we'll get you on here to talk a little ball. So all right, Brian, anything else before we wrap up here?
No, let's go Hoosiers.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Enjoy the game. I hope y'all have a great weekend, and we will see y'all in the next video. Peace.
Gentlemen, what are we up to tonight?
Did Brian accidentally ban
Yeah, I think you might have accidentally banned me, and that's really messed up, right?
Are you running from the cops right now?